Hey guys, today I'll be reacting to what Germans eat for breakfast. You know me, I love food and I love Germany, so I'm excited to see this. Let's get into this.
Hey there, fellow hungry travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in Bamberg, Germany. And today we're going to talk about is Frühstück. Oh, you don't know what Frühstück is? Frühstück is breakfast in German. And you might want to know, Mark, what am I going to eat for breakfast when I'm in Germany? Like if I'm at my hotel or I visit my friends, what should I expect? Now, I got to tell you
Yeah.
this, when you think of a German breakfast, you probably think of a Bauernfrühstück, a farmer's breakfast. Fried potatoes with bacon, eggs,
Yum.
onion, parsley, and it just fried up in a pan. You're like, yes, this is going to get me ready to explore the beautiful city of Bamberg or in Munich or in Berlin. Yes, yeah,
You
and
look
Bauernfrühstück
excited.
is a breakfast thing. However, it will probably never be at your hotel breakfast. It will probably never be at a place you can go get breakfast. It's more of like an lunch kind of thing, actually, but it is something you could get for breakfast when you're here. But in all honesty, if you think about a German breakfast, Germans aren't big on breakfast. If you talk to
Oh,
anybody
really?
in the hotel industry in the US, they will let you know that Germans are always asking for their ham, cheese, and bread for breakfast. And that's the big thing when you come here. You have to realize breakfast in Germany is all about Brot, bread. And you might have, the fitness bread, or you
Oh.
might have fresh baked bread when you're here, or they'll have rolls, Brötchen or Zemo, depending where you are in the country. And you will have that. I guarantee when you're at your hotel, there will be bread and there will be rolls. And the thing is, Germans, they'll just have a piece of bread, like if they're at home, piece of bread, slice of cheese, maybe some cucumber on it, home, and they're good to go. Kind of explains why they're so skinny, right? So you have that, but that's really a
So, does Germans eat bread every meal? Because I heard that Germans really eat bread a lot. So if they eat it in breakfast, do they eat it in every meal too? I love bread, but I don't know if I can eat that much bread.
basic thing here. And you'll notice when you go to hotels, they'll even have a bread basket that you can put the bread and rolls in to take to your
Wow.
plate. And then your plate is more about the condiments you put on there. And so what you're going to see
What are
is when you
those?
go to a hotel breakfast or your German friend's breakfast, there will be a lot of cold cuts. I've seen ham, I've seen
Oh,
speck, which is, like the prosciutto kind of ham kind of stuff. I've seen bologna kind of things. I've seen typical ham. I've seen all kinds of different varieties of cold cuts. That's going to be a big plate there. And then
yeah,
right
that's a lot
next
of
to it will be a bunch
options.
of cheese slices. Various kinds of pre-sliced cheese will be there. And believe me, you have your bread and your cheese, your bread and your ham, and it'll get you going. And you'll notice when you look around, that's what all the German tourists are doing. And that's one of the things. If you come here to Bamberg, it's mostly German tourists. So you'll really see what the Germans are actually eating for breakfast. So that's one of those things. Now, when you do have your bread and your cheese, your bread and your ham, you also will see like by there there'll be tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers. So
Ah.
sometimes you just have a slice of bread, a
Oh,
slice of
you
cheese,
put it
and
there
cucumber.
too?
That'll be on there. Now, another thing you might see people do is they have this thing
Hmm.
called quark. And quark is like, think like flavored Philadelphia cream cheese kind of. And they have that and they'll spread that on the bread. It's really good. And there's different flavors. Like I like the paprika quark, which is
Oh,
like paprika, peppers mixed
I
in with the
love
Philadelphia kind of
those.
stuff. Oh, it's so good. So you can have
I
that. Or
bet.
what you'll see is there'll be lots of jams. Germans love their jams. And
I
so what you'll
do
see
love
is you'll see these
jams.
little tiny cups next to the jam jars. You're supposed to take the jam out of the jam jar and put it in the little cup and then take it so you can put it little by little on your bread or your rolls so you have that. And I think it's important to mention with those rolls, it's just not a plain like Kaiser roll. Oh, no, 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 no. There'll be multiple different kinds of rolls when you're there. My personal favorite are the Kürbiskerne
Really?
Brötchen or the pumpkin seed rolls, where there's literally like
I thought that
pumpkin
was
seeds on top of
raisins.
it. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. Okay, so you have that. Now, other things you'll probably see on like the condiment thing. Yes, there's butter, of course, but you'll see a lot of pickled things. Like you'll see
I don't like
pickles on there,
pickles.
maybe some pickled onions. You might see salmon. I know that's not pickled, but you'll see smoked salmon is very
For
common as well,
breakfast?
along with the deli meats. You'll see, Nutella, of course. They love their hazelnut spread cream on
I
there.
don't
But
like
also you'll
Nutella
see pates.
too.
Like if you ever gone to the U.S., you've had what's called Braunschweiger, which is basically like meat pate, and you'll see in this little tube, and you just rip off the tube and like toothpaste it
Oh
out onto
yeah,
your bread,
yeah.
smear it
I've
on there,
seen
kind of like
this.
Leberwurst. You can do that when you have that. That's kind of a nice thing to put on there. Though I will say, when you first put it on, the first time you have it, you look at it and go, yeah, no, I don't know if I can eat that. try it. Just try it for me. You just put a little on the end, have a bite. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments below if you like that kind of stuff. And the thing is, you don't just
I'll
have to
definitely give
have
it a
ham and
try.
cheese kind of stuff when you do come here. Germans are very much health conscious people. So, yes, there's plenty of cereals like the muesli, like the
That's
multi-grain
good.
cereals
I
out
do
there that
love
really help things get
cereals.
moving. So, if you start with a breakfast of muesli and then have a bunch of sauerkraut at lunch, don't forget to find a bathroom in the afternoon because it will all pass through you when you're
I do
going
not
through
like
there. But what's
sauerkraut.
cool is they have the cereals, but also they love yogurt. And wherever you go, there'll be little yogurt containers, or maybe
Ooh.
there'll be like a pouring yogurt you'll have on there. And then usually there'll be some kind of like nuts or dried fruit or something that you can actually put into your yogurt if you want to have that to get a little more body when you're there. But they do love their yogurt. That's one thing. I lived here for a number of years. Every time I spent the night at a buddy's house, there was always, hey, got yogurt in the fridge for you. Thanks, Magnus. Thanks,
Nice.
Stefan. Thanks, all my German buddies, for hooking me up. But also on the healthy sides, Germans really do like fruit. And so don't be surprised that there are seasonal
Oh,
fruits or a fruit salad that's at your hotel that's there. Or if you're at somebody's home,
I
they'll have a
do
bowl
love
of fruit and you
that.
just have fruit with your breakfast. And if we're going into fruit, I think it's important to talk about the juices here. And I'll be honest with you, there's multiple juices when you come here, but the two biggest juices you'll see at your hotels, one is Orangensaft. Osaft, orange juice. They'll have that. But the bigger one that you
Oh,
should
that's
try is
nice.
Multivitaminsaft, multivitamin juice. If you're from back in the day, if you remember Five Alive,
Multivitamin
the mixed
juice?
fruit juice, that's what it tastes like. You do have that. So that's kind of nice. And the thing is, they'll have milk, they'll have tea and coffee, maybe hot chocolate at the hotels when you go there. A lot of times it's self-serve, so
Wow.
you go to the machine and make it. So just be aware of that. And I think if you're like Mark, but I want something like Stärke, I want something stronger. I need some protein to get my day going.
The
Okay, the
birds.
protein du jour for Frühstück, for breakfast in Germany, is eggs. Okay, well, aside from the deli meats, is eggs. And it's specifically boiled eggs. Now, you notice I said boiled eggs.
I
Mark, don't you mean
love boiled
hard boiled eggs?
eggs.
Well, it can be hard boiled eggs or it can be soft boiled eggs. And you'll notice when you go, like every single German hotel I've stayed at over the last 25 years, all had the eggs thing. And there'll be a little like odd plate you've never seen before that has like a little raised thing in the middle. You put the egg on that and then you chop off the
Crockett?
top of the egg and then you use your little spoon and you eat your egg out that way, right? I mean, yeah, you can, if it's a hard boiled one, you can peel it however you want, but if it's a soft one, cut the top off, eat to the yolk,
I've
and
never
then take
seen
some of that
that.
fantastic bread and dip it in there. Oh, Dankeschön, Deutschland, because that is a
It's
wonderful thing, all
funny.
right? Now, also, at hotels, you'll probably see scrambled eggs as well. If you want a real eye, they'll have those things there too. So you do have that. But one thing I think is important to mention is
Oh,
breakfast in Germany is not
that
sweet.
actually looks
If you're in the
good.
U.S., it's about
That actually looks good, even though I don't like scrambled egg as much anymore. I don't know. I start hating it when I eat it every day when I start like working out. Before it was like in 2024, I think. Like I eat it every day for like a year. And then one day I eat it and then I was like, "Oh, I can't eat it anymore. I hate it." I started hating it. I was like, "Oh." So I just switched to boiled eggs. I like boiled eggs more than scrambled egg.
pancakes and waffles and syrup and French toast and cinnamon rolls. They don't do that here. Okay, so this is much more of a
Really?
savory breakfast. Now, if you are staying like in an
I do
Airbnb or
love
VRBO apartment
waffles.
rentals, or your hotel makes you pay for breakfast, which is not that common in Germany, except at the higher end restaurants, don't, if you have to pay for breakfast, don't just go to a bakery. If you go to the local bakery, and believe me,
Good
there'll be one
tip.
near your
I'll
hotel,
remember
go
this.
and get some of the fresh rolls like I talked about. They might have schnitzel,
Mmm.
like little pieces of cake that are in there. Yeah, you may think, well, pieces of cake for breakfast, yeah, but there's fruit on top, so it counts. You can do that. I'll give you permission for that one. Okay, have that for
Okay.
breakfast instead, because you don't have to
It's
spend a
just
lot of
like
money
eating
to eat well when
donut.
you're here in Germany. Even if you just go to the local store and get some
Ah.
rolls, because I have a little bakery there, and they sell the pre-sliced cheese and pre-sliced deli ham in small amounts. You can do that. You got your family fed for under 10 euros. I mean, I'm not joking. There's a bakery with fantastic breads and sweets and all kinds of pastries, and my hotel's right here. So literally, if you don't want to eat
That's
the hotel breakfast, just go to a
convenient.
bakery. You can't go wrong here in Germany. It's a really great thing because Germans, they are economical people. They will make sure you can eat well at an affordable price, especially at Frühstück. So, my friends, what are some of the
That's
German breakfast
good.
things that you love? Put it down in the comments.
That was a really good one, and now I know what to expect when I go visit Germany soon. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.